Hello internet friends, Rectinator here. So recently, I bought this second-hand Canon Powershot A520 off of Carousel for about 1,200 pesos or about $20. Now, you might be wondering, why did I choose to buy a 17-year-old point and shoot now in 2022? Well, it's because I don't have to save my money. Well, it's because I recently got into the hobby of taking pictures. I realized I've always had my smartphone with me wherever I went, and even though that device takes objectively better photos than this, it just doesn't have the same charm and the same vibe as this point and shoot does. Maybe I'm just old school like that, but that's just how I feel. Getting back into the camera, let's talk some history first. So this camera is part of Canon's A5XX models of Powershot point-and-shoot cameras released back in March of 2005. Back in the early 2000s, Canon originally offered their A-series line as a budget point-and-shoot model, but gradually they began introducing more professional and higher-end models. Now this A520 lies somewhere along Canon's mid-tier range of point-and-shoots. So what exactly was mid-tier 17 years ago? Starting with cosmetics. This camera fits right in my pocket and weighs around the same as my phone. It comes in classic Digicam silver. It's got a small LCD display as well as an optical viewfinder, which is useful for taking outdoor photos. Though unfortunately, my camera does have a burnt LCD display, which is something common you'd see in this hobby, especially when buying retro Digicams that were stored 10-20 years ago. It also uses two AA batteries and it lasts quite a while. Also, it uses an SD card to save its photos for storage. So that means easy access and transfer to your computer. On the inside, this camera's got a 4 megapixel sensor. Now don't let that number fool you, as this camera still takes really great photos on good lighting. It's got a ton of shooting modes, and you can also tinker around with the settings when using it in manual mode. But honestly, I really only use auto mode when taking photos on my point and shoots. Why? Well, partly because I'm too lazy to learn what all these different functions mean, but also because I feel like it shows off the personality of each camera more. Each point and shoot would process a photo differently. So recently, I took this camera with me to the beach, and I'm happy to say that the performance was actually really good. There's definitely a film vibe to the photos, but more importantly, I like the way it seems to capture time in a photograph. In the modern world where photos and videos are so indispensable, it feels like capturing a moment or an emotion with a piece of forgotten technology. Now, if you're wondering how this camera handles video, well, this is me using the Canon Powershot A520 in video mode. Now, it might look decent on this tiny LCD display, and it may even look good when viewed from afar. But once I fill the frame with the entire video, well, this is what you get. Thoughts? Okay, so maybe we've gotten a longer way with how video pocket recording has worked. But nevertheless, all I can say is that I am really happy with the performance of this A520. I am really excited to bring this around with me more on different trips and with friends to capture more moments and to capture more emotions. There you have it. That is my review of the Canon Powershot A520. Do you guys have the same camera or the same model? Or are you also like me, slowly getting into this new wave of retro Digicam photography? Let me know in the comments so that I can interact with each and every one of you. And as always, like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you want to see more, and until the next time, peace out.